Welcome to 2K Sports. What could be better than kicking back on a Sunday afternoon watching the NBA? And on tap tonight, it's the Detroit Pistons going up against the Boston Celtics. Brian Anderson here alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Jason Tatum out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Hauser in at the 3. And for Detroit, they've got Cunningham, Duran out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Nixon in at the 3. And so much to take in during the start of the season. Richard, it's hard to not overreact at times.
You got to remember that everything is going to get blown out of proportion in the first week. Give it some time, let it breathe before everyone jumps to conclusions.
And it's Detroit to start out. Takes a 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. And here are the Celtics. Pass to Vucevic. Drills it from deep.
The ability to stretch the 4 is such a dangerous weapon for Vuce and his team.
Out to the right wing. And it's off from three-point range. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. It's a three-point game. Brown with it, picked up by Cunningham. Brown passes to Vucevic. Got a hand on it. Let's go with a 3. Knocks down the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
First quarter of play, a minute in. The kick out to White. Launches it. The rebound by Detroit.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Nixon. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. I asked about an approach to Jason Tatum. Coach told me that Tatum is just about as good as anyone at countering plans. So he just asked his players to play to their strengths, saying if they need to make switches, that's almost a better option because the more looks we throw him, the less he can consistently play the same way. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. Pass to Duran. 5 to shoot. Detroit needs to get off a shot. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028. You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. All right, let's look back on last season for a moment. Here were your scoring leaders. 5th, Jason Tatum.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
Getting the hoop and the harm, that's tremendous body control from Brown.
Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, BA, he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
White for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Good stuff from Brown, providing the assist. He's made giant strides in his passing game.
The Pistons leading. Here's Nixon. And again, it's Detroit converting.
He's been in the zone from the tip. 4 of 5 already. Sheesh.
Boston's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's Hauser. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Kadis checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Boston shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Here's Nixon. Coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. Beyond the arc. He buries it from 3. Nixon's got 12 points in the game.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Hauser outside. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. He's got 5.
Every year that Tatum is in the league, he just improves his passing.
To the middle. Tipped. White with the steal. Pass to Hauser. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the plate and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Boston making a switch here. Garza's checked in for Tatum. Walsh comes in for Hauser. Shireman's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for Derek White. Detroit leading by 4. Minute 32 left in the first quarter. It's rebounded by Walsh. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Pass to Shireman. Fires for 3. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. .116 left in the first. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Pistons have gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Here's Nixon. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Walsh. Now here's Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Walsh can't get it to go. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. Nails it from 3. 6 points for him.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for Boston. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
I really didn't see much of an edge from them. A little more intensity could have gone a long way.
Yeah, you hate to be critical, but that's part of our job. You have to call it the way we see it. That night, they were flat.
Here's Walsh. Still no points. Oh, it's stolen. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Detroit on top, up by 7. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Pistons.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
We've got Asar Thompson. He's out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Nixon in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. It's good.
When you need to create a shot late in the clock, just get it to Tatum.
Here's Nixon. 12 points for him. And again, it's Detroit. Celtics trail by 7. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks. Well, the Detroit Pistons looking to build on last season's breakthrough. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said Kate Cunningham's leadership makes his job easier. And all that aside, Bickerstaff said their fierce style is key, adding win or lose, we win the fight.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. To the inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Down low. And they're on the break. Pass to Garza. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, plenty of pressure for a player like Cade Cunningham, asked to shoulder the load. He said, that's what I asked for, to be in the NBA, to be in these moments. I try not to shy away from them. He practices meditation, and he says it's really helped me. Anytime I need to just reset, I can do it, guys.
Able to dial it in. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Outside Tatum. Inside, here's Tatum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Clever play by Tatum, drawing the attention to him, only to give it away.
Detroit leading by 7. Pass to Brown. From the left block. And Boston again with the bucket.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
The Pistons have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Thompson with a screen. Nixon. Boston pulls it in.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Pritchard. No made baskets yet. Outside, Brown. 6 to shoot. Jacks up with 3. Man, he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Nixon. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, B.A., they call... them trap games. An opponent that on paper isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
So it's Detroit now. After the basket by Boston. Duran, the pass to Cunningham. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. Boston. In second,
they made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Some changes for Boston. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Queta. Hauser comes in for Garza. And it's White in for Pritchard. Brown, no good.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
This one for 3. Hitting his 3rd shot in 7 looks.
Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
Pass to Vucevic. from downtown. And Cunningham pulls it down.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
Here's Brown following the score by Detroit. Again, the miss by Boston.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Out left to the wing. And it's cleared by Vucevic. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 10. When this game is done, they'll be off to New Orleans as they take on the Pelicans. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on. Here's Nixon. 16 points for him. There's 48 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Brown can't hit.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
They get it back. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Count it. Hauser's got 7 points. The game.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
From behind the arc. It's hauled in by White. Pass to Tatum. Shoots over Duran. No good from 11 feet. And so it's the Detroit Pistons ending the quarter up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More 2K action in just a moment.
Thanks for tuning in. We're veering off topic a bit. I wanted to ask you guys, who would you say is the best trash talker of all time?
Man, there's been a lot of them. But I'll go with either Bird or Jordan. Because trash talk is only good if you can back it up.
I really can't say because nobody talked trash to me. They were too afraid of the consequences.
Okay, now that's a lie. Because I talk trash to you all the time, and I haven't seen any consequences.
Just wait till the next break, buddy boy. Been saving up.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Detroit Pistons.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end, you can turn misses into makes. That's found money.
And that's a wrap on halftime.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Celtics trail by 10. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. Sam Hauser out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Vucevic in at the center position.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
And Detroit has possession. Following the bucket by Boston. Snatched up! Nixon no good. Well, the Celtics shooting around 41%. Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Oh, take flight, JB. This man is explosive.
Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
And so it's Boston with it, following the three-pointer by Detroit. Here's Tatum. It's Tatum. Work. Get inside.
10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
The Pistons lead by 7. The offensive rebound. Puts up a 3. Doesn't go that time.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Here's Nixon. 20 points for him. Chalk up 2 there.
And he's doing it all himself, shouldering the offensive load in effortless fashion right now.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. Jalen Duren is second.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season. And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Pure from 3-point range. And now a 10-point Detroit lead.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
White, the pass to Brown. Picked by Vucevic. Shoots. Again, the miss by Boston.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
And it's cleared by Vucevic. Celtics trail by 10. Hauser passes to Vucevic. Nice ball movement by Boston. On the wing, Tatum, covered by Duren. Just 5 on the clock. Tatum drops the hammer.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Back to you guys.
Staying dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Here's White. Following the 3-pointer by Detroit. Fires in the triple. Hauser's got 10 points in the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's White. Hauser passes to White. Back to Hauser, who poked away. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Nixon. Fires from deep. Right wing. And there's 1:45 left to play in the 3rd quarter. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Well, Richard, some stars are the system, but Jason Tatum is often admired as a selfless system player.
Yeah, Jason enjoys being a piece of the greater puzzle. He doesn't have to have everything run through him, and I know that makes his teammates happy.
Now here's Brown. He's got 10. Count that one. Brown's got 6 in the quarter. 1 minute left in the 3rd. There's the triple. Rebound Boston. White with it. Hauser with it. Now Thompson defending. Tatum from long range. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the left wing. Step back shot. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Celtics trail by 6. White for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the 2nd half.
And Detroit is shooting a nice 50% for the game. Dixon, good.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Brown against Thompson. Pass to Tatum. Here's Hauser. Offline with a 3. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Isaiah Stewart out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Cunningham, and it's Nixon in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Up top, Pritchard. He's watched by Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Shireman, and it's Boston scoring again.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Nixon, good.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
To the paint. Here's Garza. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Three-pointer. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Cunningham against Pritchard. Tatum with a screen. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Deflected! Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in.
Number 7, Jaylen Brown.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Clock is at 3. Here's Garza. The rebound by Detroit. Harris on the wing. Off target from outside. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. 6-point game. Tatum feeling it out a bit. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Isaiah Stewart.
One of the best players in the game today. Tatum's work ethic and hunger to win more championship is special.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Jenkins is checked in for Detroit. Pass to Tatum. Tries it from 16. Again, the miss by Boston. Detroit leading by 4. Nixon, good. Nixon's got 4 points this quarter.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Again, the miss by Boston.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Here's Stewart. It's intercepted. Brown. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. The Pistons lead by 6. From deep. Buries it from outside.
They keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And some changes here for the Celtics. Vucevic, he's checked in for Queta. Hauser comes in for Garza. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
And Allie, thanks. And there's the drive.
Derek White, first personal foul. First team foul.
The first one falls. Good on both.
Well, when you send them to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 11, and there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Good on the second one. The Pistons lead by 10. Look it!
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
On the wing, Tatum. Now Vucevic. Yes! Using that window.
Not stopping Vucevic that time, powering through the defenders.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the 4th. From downtown. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain. You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Fires the 3. Oh, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's a pass to Tatum. There's a minute 12 left in the 4th. Oh, it's off.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Pistons.
Seemed like the sheer volume of 3-pointers today was the deciding factor.
And they'd hit one and then just dial it up again. And it worked.
And this one concludes with their 2nd victory of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
Brown, Vucevic. Oh, he misses the layup.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And here we go. The Celtics on the run.
Jason Tatum.
Let's go.
All right, man. You got it.
Here's Nixon.
Oh, no way.
So we see the Pistons taking the W here. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce.